So we went from the ridiculous to the sublime.
Yeah.
The Crimson Horror.
The Crimson
Oh my
Horror.
God.
What a good episode.
Such a good episode.
Uh,
I sang the praises of this one so much in the review.
And it deserves it. The Crimson
It
Horror
really
was
does.
And
Mark
you
Gatiss
can't
has really
you
redeemed
can't
himself as
say
a
it.
writer.
You can't call it the Crimson Horror. You have to say the Crimson Horror.
The Crimson Horror. But let's face it, guys. I think we can all agree Mark Gatiss has redeemed himself so much as a
Oh my
writer.
god. Yeah. It's like, I said this to you in like a thing. In our Nightmare in Silver review, I said it to you, one of the takes, and it was like, if I went back in time 6 months and I told you that you were going to love the Mark Gatiss episodes more than the Neil Gaiman episode, you would have smacked me in the face.
Yes, and I did.
But it turns out that you did.
in fact, he's smacking Fresno right now. It's like
Bang!
instinct.
Ow!
It's like instinct.
Take that! You
Ah.
can't see it, but there's like a Batman speech bubble with Zap written on it.
Dun 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 dun. Pew!
But no, terrific episode, brilliantly acted.
Absolutely
And
wonderful.
the return of Strats. Anytime Strats shows up, you know, I know you guys like the cheer as a whole, but Strats just needs his own like talk show.
Yes.
Tonight we're having the beautiful actor. Oh, I completely fucked that up.
Whoa!
Today we are interviewing
We just got
veteran
50 to
British film
50.
actor Ryan Blessed.
Oh,
No, veteran film actor. I was going to say, I hate when I'm trying to randomly think up names, and I think of like 1,000 of them at once. But I was going to say actor Emma Watson.
Yes, because he calls girls boys, so that works.
Actually, there's a thing where Dan Starkey in costume appeared like this children's Q&A, and
Oh,
they
that was
asked him
amazing.
questions, and it was brilliant. One of them asked, I'm getting off tangent here, but it's just an example of how Strax is great, even when he's not on the show. One of the questions was, what would you do if you saw a weeping angel? And his answer was basically, I would stare it down.
Yeah, I'd stare it out. We Sontarans are very good at staring contests.
I could just see that now.
That's the actual line. I'm not like...
I'll link you after we're done
I might
here.
even link it in the description so people know what the
Oh
hell
my
we're talking
god,
about.
I'm just reviewing that. I believe I have this angel under my command now.
That was
Yeah,
so
that-
funny when he's being killed by the Whisper Man. Don't worry, sir. I think I've got it rattled.
God, Strax is so
I
good.
agree. Strax is the best.
He was a
part
great
of
part of the
that.
Crimson Aura.
But
and,
all three of them are great as a unit.
Yes, yeah.
And
And
Diana
Jenny had a
Rigg,
really good episode.
fantastic villain.
Oh, the villain.
Oh my god. Very, very step forward wives-ish.
Fresno had never heard Diana Rigg.
No.
I didn't even know who she was. You gotta understand, like, over here on the, this side of the hemisphere, there's a lot of actors and actresses we don't know from over, on your hemisphere.
She was James Bond's wife.
And Emma Peel from the old Avengers.
And Emma Peel from the Avengers, but you don't really get the Avengers in America and Canada,
No,
so I
no,
can
no.
understand
I've
that.
heard
Yeah, well, the other, you mean the Marvel Avengers.
I mean the non-Marvel comics.
Yes.
Yeah.
People
Exactly.
really
Before
know
it's
what I'm
definitely-
talking
I know
about
that.
because it was a household TV show over here, like a big show.
It
Yeah.
was like Get Smart. Well, kind of.
Yes, because we don't know what that is really, so
Yeah. It's the Avengers was their Get Smart.
that's
There
a
you
very good way of putting it. I couldn't have put it better myself. But the Crimson Horror was fantastic.
Oh
go.
yeah.
Oh, Crimson Horror was great.
The villain was just insane. We had a very
Easily.
strong supporting character in Ada.
And I like how
Easily-
I like how they've got the Doctor's reveal in there. But again, like my only complaint was there was literally none of the Doctor and Clara. Like
Yeah.
With the exception of Love and Monsters, the Doctor or Companion Light episodes generally turn out to be pretty damn good.
yes.
Oh,
Which is
oh,
sad.
oh, God! You
Blink,
mentioned it.
Midnight, Turn Left.
I will never stop singing the praises of Midnight. I think that's the creepiest episode. It is scarier than Blink.
Oh yes.
I love Midnight so much. I don't know if it's better than Blink, but I love Midnight so
It's
much.
a
I didn't say
Close.
better. I said scarier.
Oh, fair enough.
But
But
that was
this,
the Crimson Horror. Easily.
the Crimson Horror was terrific, yeah.
I
Nightmare-
like the
Nightmare-
whole. I like the whole scene of the Doctor trying to run while he's like all stiff, like.
And also, I think we can agree that the line of the episode was, "Horse, you have failed in your mission!"
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And Thomas.
I didn't get that joke.
Fred
It's,
didn't get
this-
the joke, I explained it to him.
Oh, you never heard of Tom Tom?
I've never heard of Tom Tom.
I used to sell Tom Toms.
So they have it in America, but not in Canada.
I guess.
I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I live in Newfoundland. What the hell do we need a GPS for?
And then we had Nightmare in Silver. I'm kind of conscious we need to move this along because we've been talking for nearly an hour here.
Yeah, Nightmare in Silver. I have praised.
And
You talked over each other so much I didn't hear a word of it.
sorry.
I'll let you go first, Screech. Okay.
Anyway, I was going to say, this is the big retrospective. Expect this to go on for another hour.
But Nightmare in Silver.
Before you all turn off in your droves, that's not going to happen.
The Nightmare in Silver. I went over this with Rainiac like 2 weeks ago, but I really, really liked it once Mr. Clever came in, because Mr. Clever is the best goddamn thing.
Mr. Clever was the only redeeming aspect of that episode.
I don't know about only. I don't know if I would go that far, but definitely the best part of the episode.
For me, the first 15 minutes are meh,
Forgettable. Very.
and then it picks up.
Those kids. Those damn kids.
It could. No, this episode could have done without the two kids. No offense.
And, well, the original script didn't have them.
Didn't have
Apparently,
Yes, I
the
know.
fault of this episode lies not with Neil Gaiman writing the crap episode, but with Neil Gaiman writing the script and then Moffat and co. fucking with it and making it not...
Moffat!
There you go.
Barrowman. Oh wait, that's a wrong joke.
Yeah, wrong joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, but like, as I was saying though, like because there wasn't that much interaction with Doctor and Clara, the scene where, she has to determine which it is, Clever Doctor. Oh, I always want to say this. I love you.
Yeah, and then she
Jesus.
slaps him across the face.
Yeah, and it doesn't and again, if there was, any real clear scenes where he said how much he didn't like her beforehand, like that, maybe actual combined development. By the way, my phone just went off, and my dogs go off whenever the phone goes off. Anyway,
It's fine.
yeah, just hear them cry. Just hear them cry.
We've already covered the fact we're not exactly professional here.
Yeah. Anyway, but as I was saying though, the fact that she has to determine that, and the fact that there wasn't that much, I'm gonna go shut him up real fast. 1 second.
No worries. While he's gone, I'll just say that the acting for Clara again is really strong.
Yeah, I'll agree there.
But again, she doesn't really have that much of a bond with the Doctor, so the impact of it is lessened.
And as we said, Matt Smith's acting
Oh, Matt Smith
all across the
Joe.
board, but especially in Nightmare in Silver is...
Well, he does have moments where he's phoning it in.
yeah, but...
I do not
God
drink the
damn.
Matt Smith is God Kool-Aid, I'm sorry.
I don't know, but I've had a couple of sips, but Nightmare in Silver, oh my god.
I mean, the general consensus among the fans now is that Moffat is the greatest writer ever to write the series,
Oh, really? You think... Man,
and Matt Smith is the greatest actor to ever play the role of the Doctor. No.
No, I
That
don't know
rules
about
out Tom Baker, Peter Davidson,
that. McCoy...
McCoy, Tennant.
Tenet, yeah. Well, and Ecclesian had some of his moments.
I like Smith more than
Actually,
Tennant.
I liked Eccleston. I don't think he was the best Doctor, but I did like
Oh
Eccleston.
no, the thing is, if it wasn't for the fact that he was afraid of being typecasted, I think if he would have had a Series 2 or Series 3, he would have shined. He would have overshadowed.
He
Hogwarts.
shined so bright in the Dalek episodes of that series.
Oh yes.
So bright.
So-
And then the Empty Child and
Yeah.
Everybody lives.
I am
Everybody
very
says-
cross with you. Go to your room.
He's
Wait,
great
well-
in that.
Wait.
But we were just discussing that Matt Smith, I was just saying the controversial opinion that I don't think he's always the best at being the Doctor.
He's my current, like, of the revived series. I know I'm going to get. Whoa, can you guys
It's
hear
all
me?
right. They can bark all they want.
But no, I just heard a random mic go boop. I didn't know if
That was Fresno, I think.
Okay. Anyway, as I was going to say though, of the current, like, of the revived, doctors, Smith is my favorite.
Your favorite?
Yes, of the revived series. Like, I know I'm going to get a lot of slack from this, but I did not. I love Tenet, but I felt like Tenet, the this is kind of hard to explain, but it's more like I think Tenet was there just to be kind of like the Edward to his companion Bella's. Does that make sense?
Oh, God.
That's a pretty good I mean, I like how you mentioned that in Fresno immediately came back. But
But his series, his seasons was very sappy and very kind of like.
that's my biggest qualm with the Tennant years.
Yes, but see, the 11th Doctor Smith, they brought it back to like some of the older stuff, like.
Which I think is why I love Series 4 so much, because there was less
Yes.
love.
Yes.
And again here, there's been less love between the Doctor and his companion.
Mm-hmm. And then again, like he brought it back. Like the reason why he the bow tie was actually Smith's idea.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
a good one too.
Yeah, his original outfit was actually completely different. It was like a trench coat, like a white collared shirt, and nothing.
I will say that whoever takes the role next, after Smith, is going to have a hell of a job.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And like people thought Smith was going to have a hard time going up to Tennant. And
I mean, as of the time of recording this, I believe he has confirmed he will be appearing in Series 8.
yes, he
I've
has
read
He has
confirmed.
not confirmed he's appearing at all in Series 8,
Yes, he has confirmed he's coming back in Series 8, and
which will make him officially the longest tenured Doctor
yes.
of the new series.
Technically not time frame wise, because Tenet went from 05 to 10. If you're going time frame wise,
No, I'm talking stories.
yes. Story wise, yes. I think.
But Tenet had 3 series, 3 or 4 Christmas specials, and the specials.
Yes, and I think they go by years though, and years wise, BBC goes by years. Years wise, he's gone from 05 to 10.
Yeah.
And
Fair enough.
Smith has now gone from 10 to 13. So he still has, a couple more years before BBC will consider him the longest of the revived series.
He'll have to make Series 8 before we can consider him that, but he's getting there.
Yes. I think I like him a lot more due to the fact that he's very old doctory. And I actually, like, I tell the story every now and then. I'm not going to be too long with this, but in 3rd grade, there was like this after-school thing I always had to go to because my mom always worked till like 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was always this guy that would show up. He was a Native American guy, but he always had like this 5-piece suit on. Like he was extremely dapper. Like I never knew why he did that because he was like he like watched over the kids and stuff. But he will bring in random VHS tapes. Like, I saw almost like, I think, an entire season of Doctor 4 whenever I was in 3rd grade.
He sounds like my hero.
Yes. He showed me.
This.
And then, like, one day he saw a couple of kids with Power Ranger shirts, and he brought Super Sentai. He brought Zero Ranger and Die Ranger. Mind you, they weren't subtitled, but
He's my hero.
Yeah, he brought.
Oh my God!
He brought
the best man ever.
He brought some Sentai series, and I knew about the fact that Power Rangers came from Japan long before most people did, before the internet. And the fact is, I whenever I started watching Doctor Who again, I started watching a few years back before Series 4, I was hoping that Escalante and Tennant would be like Baker level of acting and storytelling, but they weren't. Like,
I think Tennant was better than the series.
Yes. Tennant had good episodes, like really good episodes, like the school reunion, which Yeah, a double meaning. It was another double meaning episode. The reunion was with the late great Sarah Jane, which I watched the episode again last night, and I almost teared up when Sarah Jane said, "Give me a proper goodbye."
I would have liked it if she'd lived for her to keep popping up.
Yes.
What? Yeah.
But yeah, School Reunion is an example where Tennant's performance outshines the episode that he's given.
Oh yes, and that's but then like the next episode, is the fireplace where he randomly falls in love with that his girlfriend at the time, Tennant's girlfriend at the time, who guessed the episode.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, he randomly falls in love with her over the course of 30 minutes and then loses her.
Sophia Miles.
Yes, Sophia Miles. And yeah, and then it's like, oh, okay, so you're back to this now.
Yeah, and that's kind of the same with Matt Smith. I mean, he has had episodes, even in his short 7B run, where he has outshined the episode.
Yes.
Rings of Akaten. Nightmare in Silver.
I say Nightmare in Silver, but again, Rings of Akaten, I'm not one of my best favorites.
Honestly, the only times where he and the episode have been on par level, Snowmen, Bells of St. John.
And Name.
Cold War.
Name, definitely Name.
Crimson. Actually, no, I think the episode's better than him.
Yes, Crimson's because it's a Dr. Light episode. It's meant to. I think Crimson, Vastra stole the show in Crimson. Vastra,
even though she didn't have much to do.
Yeah, well, it's the fact that you actually got to see her investigate and stuff, which they haven't really done outside of the short little mini 5-minute movies.
And I think we need to talk about Name get onto that pretty quick. But before we do, just briefly touch on the news of returning monsters.
I like them.
Do you feel they nailed that, or was it done poorly?
I like when they do throwbacks, where they bring back the Silurians and they update them like they did with Series 5, and then they re-updated them pretty much again with Vastra. I like how they brought back the Great Intelligence. Some of the stuff though, some of the returning monsters, like the Cold War, even though he was a great villain, the Ice Warrior, even though he was a great villain in the episode, I don't think he needed to be brought back.
Well, I thought they did a good job reinventing the Ice Warriors personally.
Yeah, that was great. I mean,
they looked faithful enough to the old version.
And then they turned into aliens, basically.
Yeah, but they updated them.
Yeah.
And gave him some new abilities, and actually, him going out of his shell, people would split on that.
And
the
thing is, it's they did the thing where it's kind of halfway crappy CG when he talked though. You could tell that. Yeah.
But here's the thing: it did make him more of a threat.
It did make him more of a threat, but I think the episode would have been a lot better off if he was in the show almost the entire time.
I think it would have been better if they had a man in a suit rather than the CGI head.
Yes.
But I still have a soft spot for Cold War. It's certainly in my top half of episodes for this series. Although now we've been talking, you've got me reminding how much I love the Snowmen, so maybe not. And then we must talk on it because it was the way to make the series go out with a huge bang, quite literally. The Name of the Doctor.
Oh yes, another episode that was a good episode, but would have been amazing as a two-part, and if they did more with it,
that would have been the best two-parter ever.
Oh yeah,
you could have part 1 ends with a cliffhanger of Clara jumping into the thing, and then part 2 was an entire thing.
You stole my thing.
Oh wait, you said that to me, didn't you?
Yes, I said that to you.
Wait. You've been talking to each other behind my back?
Oops. Okay, everyone pretend he said that.
Well, thank you, people, for watching Series 7 Retrospective. We'll end it. No.
What's going on with what?
I think we should have ended on Trenzalore. I think, going back to, if he can compose himself long enough to hear me,
You okay there?
I think we should have ended on Trenzalore, where the Doctor's friends were being menaced by the Whisper Men.
That would have been a pretty good.
That would have been a good cliffhanger. Then you draw it out a bit. Then you have them go in the TARDIS.
Mm-hmm.
Then you draw out Clara's adventures through time and space. And that would have been perhaps the best two-parter ever.
My thing, though, is I think the first part, we haven't really saw how the Doctor met Strax, Ginny, or Vastra. They mentioned stories like apparently the Doctor saw.
We know how he met Vastra.
Yeah, because she mentioned we never actually saw it because later on in the episode there's a scene where all of his stuff is being rewritten, and it doesn't feel that powerful. It would have been a lot more powerful if we saw how he did it, if we knew that that was being reversed, right? I think they should have added more scenes there. The first part of the episode, very powerful, amazing acting in the very first part of the episode.
I think the whole episode, the acting is just out of the top drawer.
Good, but then there's that part where you could tell that it's starting to be rushed, kind of. Like, I felt like it was rushed once they got to the planet. And
Richard E. Grant, take a bow.
Oh well. A random trivia about Richard E. Grant. Technically, he has portrayed an alternate 9th Doctor and an alternate 10th Doctor.
Yeah, the scream of the Schalke, I know.
Yeah, and
First Fatal Death.
Yes. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, I think the cliffhanger should have been whenever the Great Intelligence walked into the time stream and the Doctor started seizuring.
But could they have really stretched it to an hour and a half over 2 episodes from that point?
Well, the thing is, the next episode, they could have done more. Like, Paul McGann wants to come back.
Who says he's not doing, actually?
Wait, what?
What if he is in the 50th?
He might be in the 50th, but like...
Oh, God.
What if they've all been spinning us a pack of lies?
Yes. Well, what I'm trying to say, though, is he wants to come back. Like, there's companions still alive. There's so many stuff going on that they could have done more with the Clara going everywhere scene.
I do think that Clara redeemed herself.
Clara did redeem herself in the episode, but the thing is, it was very like, they showed the same, 10 scenes from each of the Doctors, 5 times over, with her repeating the same things over and over again. And the thing is, it's like, oh wow, you're now filling out the minutes by doing this.
I'll give them a little bit of pass on that, though, because it can't be easy to marry up new and old footage.
Yes, but again...
It might have blown their budget just doing that, so they're like, well, we're going to reuse it, because we can't afford to splice her into another fucking shot with Peter Davison.
Oh, there's the second F-bomb of the night.
The hell with it.
But the thing is, Tennant's coming back. We know that, Tennant was going to come back. They could have had, a 2-minute scene with her and Tennant. That would have been a good surprise.
I would have liked Tennant to show up as well as John Hurt.
But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is this is the big 50th year series finale, the season finale, for the 50th year. They did a lot. They somehow kind of got all 11 Doctors kind of in the episode kind of.
I think as a build-up to the 50th anniversary, it was fantastic.
Oh yes, the cliffhanger. And which, I've told both of you why the actor John Hurt was picked over, why he was there and why. Well,
I'll give my theory in the review, which I think you've both seen by now, or listened to.
It's pretty much the theory that most people are agreeing with.
That means he has.
That he's 8.5. That's your theory?
Yeah, I don't think he's 8.5. I think he's 9.
That's one of my potential theories, that not only is he 9, that will bump Escalon up to 10, that will bump Tennant to 11, that will bump Smith to 12, but then because of the Veil-Yard, the dark Doctor that appears during the 12th Doctor.
Between 12 and 13, yeah.
Oh,
Assuming that still happens, that's going to make the next incumbent of the role's job even harder.
Oh yeah, well the thing is, if Hurt is the 9th, that will make Smith the 12th, and then that will make Hurt the Veil-Yard.
Not really.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Hurt's the 9th, not the 13th. He can't be the 12th or the 13th because Matt Smith...
No. I said Smith's the 12th. and then Hurt will
Yeah,
be
sorry. Yeah.
Smith's Valeyard.
Oh, Smith's the Valeyard.
No, Hurt's the Valeyard to Smith.
What's
I
going
see.
on? I don't even know.
Slightly. They've changed it slightly.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you see what I'm saying? Like,
I do see what you're saying. I'm sorry. I'm a bit slow on the uptake there.
yeah,
That works, except that he definitely remembers John Hurt.
Yeah. Well, one could argue that fucking Colin Baker remembers the Valeyard because of the trial.
Yeah. Either way, you could not deny that was such a brilliant way to end.
oh yeah.
I remember screaming, "You can't do this to me, Moffat."
You've had so many twists and turns throughout the episode. Just when you think it's going to end in a slightly schmaltzy, he carries her out of the time vortex, John Hurt shows up, and it just got real.
Mm-hmm. And my thing is, the reason why they have John Hurt there is because they want to tell, we're finally going to get to learn about the Time War. We're finally getting the whole story of the Time War.
Please set the episode about the Time War.
Yes.
I punched the microphone again.
Yeah. But the thing is, Skulligan was the one that was in the Time War, and the fact is he didn't want to be in it is the reason why they decided to create this other alternative Doctor, and they got even a bigger actor than Skulligan to play.
I think John Hurt would have still been there.
I don't think so.
I think Eccleston would have just joined Tennant and Smith in whatever adventure it was.
I think, like, let's see it this way. Like, I just think the episode would have ended with Ecclesian being there. And, you know, and, like Clara saying, well, I didn't see much of him. Oh, he was in a time lock for a majority of his tenure.
But the problem with that is that he's not ashamed of his ninth persona because he's always shown, well, what we believe the ninth persona to be, the Eccleston persona.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With Hurt, though, because they wanted to boost up this alternative, I'm saying, like, they changed the story of it since Cletine didn't want to be in there. Like, the reason why he's ashamed is because, oh, crap, there's going to be a loophole if we just randomly pull out this.
The whole point of Hurt being there is he is they've intentionally forgotten him.
Yeah. And the thing is,
he's a forbidden Doctor, if you will.
But man, I just you know, I used to be an English literature major. I just see the story being like 5 degrees different if Esclesian would have agreed to it. That would have been a good way to like introduce it, having Esclesian there or whatever. You know,
Eccleston. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I can't pronounce his name.
It's all right. I'm just telling the people that all 5 people that are listening to this, that it's Eccleston that he's talking about. Yeah, you're right.
The Whispermen was also very underutilized. They could have done more with the Whispermen.
And one small grab I had was, did the Great Intelligence was he really justified in being the one to do this massive thing to the Doctor's timeline?
And the thing is, they didn't really show what he was doing. They just showed him in the same exact scenes Clara was in.
And the same outfit.
In the same outfit.
Again, you can't really change the footage that much.
I know, but what I'm saying is they could have added new footage. Have Tennant there. Somehow say that Tennant went against like the Great Intelligence, like a novel is, you know, like a novel would have done. And
could they not have showed Tennant being exterminated?
I don't know.
Now that would have been an impact.
Yeah, something. It's just
there you go.
They could have done more scenes. Like it did not feel as powerful as they wanted it to feel to me.
I think Fresno's right though that the budget kind of hampered that a little bit.
Again, they didn't even have to do much. They could have just had a scene where Tennant's running through a hall and Clara just pops out of the corner and to go, "Hey, do not go through that door. That's death. Go through this door instead and come around the back and blah blah blah."
Yeah,
blah.
that would have worked.
Yeah, they could have done things like that, or randomly have her pop into like a war zone. There's both, you know, Mickey and Martha, and you know.
I don't think they would have had her take a bullet for him because the whole point is that he doesn't remember meeting her.
Yes, well,
or he doesn't officially meet her apart from at the beginning of his story, in the Dalek Asylum, Victorian London.
Yeah.
And
but the thing
present
is,
day.
if she were randomly popped up and just left, the thing is, the only reason why he remembered her in Snowman was because of "Remember me, you clever boy," and run. Like, that's the only reason why he knew who she was at the end of Snowman. That's why the Snowman ended on such a really strong, powerful, no.
Yes.
You know, it was because...
You called it! Yes!
because...
There you go.
Because, you know, it was that. He realized who she was. And the thing is, if she knew that, and like some of the like, she didn't die in front of the first Doctor, you know. She didn't say that to the first Doctor. That's why the first Doctor doesn't quite remember her. He just remembers her as another face that he's probably going to see like 1,000 times through her generation.
Those outfits, Phil. Let's be honest.
Yes, but again, like the 10th Doctor, all she will have to do is, or even through an intercom, you know, not even show her face or something. Just add scenes. Like, they could have just done more and made it look like she did a lot more, you know?
I agree with you. I think, since I think we're coming towards the end of this, one thing I wanted to talk about the whole series as a whole is Moffat's writing. I know he didn't write all the stories, but he's the showrunner, so he has input. Mm-hmm. I feel Stephen Moffat has some grand, big ideas.
He's a very clever guy. He's very original. Like,
oh, he's super clever, super original.
Yes.
But sometimes he writes himself into a corner.
Another question for both you guys: is Sherlock hurting his Doctor Who writing?
Yes. I don't know. He hasn't really worked. I don't know if it would really affected this series.
Because the same problems. Sorry to interrupt you, Fresno, but the same problems that we've spotted in series 7A and B were in the second series of Sherlock.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah.
And it must divide his energies between Sherlock and Doctor Who.
And the thing is, though, we were delayed 9 months for Series 7.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he's even delaying Sherlock. For some reason, he's having a hard time running both shows at the same time. And he wants to do a spin-off. I think he's burning out a little bit. Yeah, he's burning out. And I think he said the reason why he created Strax, Vinny, and Ginny is because he wants to do a spin-off with them. That's like the original purpose of them. And
Bastard Vinny?
I am shipping them!
Strax,
you ship
Vinny,
Bastard
Ginny
into Vinny!
Oh my god!
Oh.
Hey, Doctor, forget about it. We're going to get all the things in Victorian London.
Nothing else away from this retrospective. Vinny is now a thing.
Vinny.
Anyway, this has been very very entertaining, very eye-opening.
I was going to say eye-opening.
Sorry. So, I think we're probably going to be pretty much agreed on best and worst of 7B.
Well, okay. What series
Snowman.
first?
So Cooch gets it first this time because Fresno got it before. So
Snowman.
Good.
Snowman.
And the worst.
Rings.
Yeah. Okay. Fresno.
Me? God. Oh, it's so hard to pick the best. I gotta go with either the Crimson Horror or Nightmare in Silver for best. Probably more leaning towards the Crimson Horror because it's genuinely good, but Nightmare in Silver, I just gotta give the nod to Mr. Clever. And worst, Rings.
Okay, so 2 for Rings. Best for me, I'm torn between The Name of the Doctor and Crimson Horror.
Uh-huh.
But Snowman is also really, really good.
I need to rewatch Snowman. I've only seen it once.
My top 3, which has slightly been revised now, will probably be, in no particular order, Snowman, Crimson Horror, and Name of the Doctor.
There you go. That's how it works.
Yeah, I think those 3 are the... If someone's just speeding through Series 7, they need to just watch Snowman, Bells, Crimson, Name. Like...
And not well, I suppose Cold War nothing really happens to... Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're missing out on a lot if you skip Cold War, but you're right. Anyway, my worst is Hyde.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would be Rings if it weren't for the speech.
Okay. That's fair,
So what would you like to see in Series 8, though?
And the 50th.
No, the 50th, I think we're all agreed we want to see the Time War in the 50th.
Okay, so yeah, Series 8, okay. I want to see Cora be more than a one-day companion.
I want to see...
Go on.
I want to see the interaction they had in Snowman. They had lovely interaction. It was amazing in Snowman how they interacted.
Well, maybe the next series they'll have that. Maybe they'll have got it down.
And then I want to see more two-parters, and I want them to not have a season with a Deus Ex Machina.
Go back to the Russell T Davies model. Have 13 episodes.
One overarching
arc in the middle, a two-parter, 2 episodes after that, and a 2-part finale.
And then good, like, I want them to go back to season 5. That was a
or
good
a 2-part
history.
start, a 2-part end, and a 2-part in the middle. Done.
Bang.
I also want to see, as I said, Clara be more than just a Wednesday-only companion. I mean, she's just saved him throughout thousands of different versions of his timeline.
What's your theories on that, though? Because he went to his own time stream.
Nothing.
You don't have a theory?
I have a theory. I don't think it will actually matter.
I think he created 2 time streams, so he knew because he knew he was going to go into his own time stream.
That's possible. I don't think that'll be mentioned very much in the. It might come into the 50th. I'm not a clairvoyant, but
yeah,
I can't see that having a huge. I think.
And she also said, and of course, she also said, "I saw all 11 of your faces."
So either he's the final Doctor, or you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? Your theory has some water. Hold some water. Seriously. What was I going to talk about? I think the whole point of him going into the time stream was to set up the John Hurt reveal.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing else.
Easily.
But I'm happy because Clara shouldn't have died in that time stream.
No. No, even though she died in innumerable amount of times.
Your dogs don't agree. They're all going, kill her now.
Why? See, this is why I haven't been able to do that many Let's Play episodes recently, because they'll just go crazy, like 5 minutes in.
What counter? 2.
So
Oh my.
You went a whole 90 minutes without plugging it again. Good job. We should really do some co-op stuff at some point.
yes, no, the 3 of us, we need to like get together, the 3 of us, and
Oh god, are we creating an online version of the Runaway Guys?
Oh dear God, no.
no,
which one's Stuart Conroy so I can preemptively?
you know, in reality, like, because no one actually that will see this, cares that much probably about the Runaway Guys. John has told me multiple times that he hates Emil.
I'm not actually having a go at Emil the person, but the character of Joe Conroy I can't stand.
Oh no, he's no, there's no character.
I have no idea who the hell you people are talking about.
It's better that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not talking about LPs. We're talking about Series 7, and I think we've come to the end of a very, very long road.
And I think we did cover everything. Fresno, you haven't said what you want in Season 8.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, fucking the Macra. I don't know.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. One more thing I want. I want to see the Master back.
Yeah.
How would they bring him back, though?
I don't know.
Find a
Wibbly
way.
wobbly
It's
timeline.
sci-fi.
But the thing is, unless they somehow say, oh, this is a previous incarnation, wait. Oh. If they're talking about the Time War and the whole little time lock little area.
Oh my god! If that's the ending and like the Time War explodes, but he escapes at the end.
Oh.
Off it! Shut up and take my money.
Okay. Let's calm down. It's a long road to November. Well, I think we can all agree Series 7 had its moments.
Oh yeah,
Good.
definitely.
But it was not that great a series altogether.
It had its great moments, but story-wise, overall.
I definitely
story-wise,
prefer Series 5 to Series 7.
It literally felt like 15 one-off episodes.
Yeah.
Boy. And it
didn't
kind
have much of an arc.
The no two-parter thing.
And the thing, no Doctor-companion interaction between Clara and the Doctor. And hell, there wasn't even that much between Amy and Rory and the Doctor.
And Nightmare in Silver didn't even link on to the name of the Doctor. I caught myself. What the hell?
What the frick?
What the flying fish?
What the... Yeah, why don't I...
What's the Finch? What the Finch, man? What the Finch?
What the fish?
What the football Charlie?
What's the Stormageddon?
Yeah, all right.
I think it's time to end this.
I think it's time to pull the plug. I think it's time to pull the plug half an hour ago.
Carrot juice, carrot juice, carrot juice.
Bananas.
3 words, unlimited rice pudding. No, seriously, guys, thank you for agreeing to this retrospective. I think it's been very interesting and very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And very long-winded.
Use a piece.
See you in 4 years after the Series 8 finale.
It was fun.
If I'm gonna do, if I want to continue these review series after 50th anniversary.
Oh, you should. I plan on doing one on
Are people enjoying them both?
I think I plan on doing something like what you're doing now with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Because this is the dilemma that people on the internet have. Okay, you don't do it for the views.
Mm-hmm. You do it for fun.
But you do it for fun. But if nobody is enjoying it, is it worth continuing? But you guys seem to enjoy it, so
yeah.
For the moment,
yeah,
enjoy it. Say yes. I'll probably do the 8th series as well, but we shall see. A lot of things can happen before then.
You and I could do classic series reviews once you get.
Hey, no.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Anyway, I'm looking at the clock. We're nearly to the 2-hour mark on the Pamela recording, so.
But what I'm going to say though, that yeah, the classic Who. There's a whole section of it on Netflix.
I'm gonna have to get with the Netflix shilling. God damn it! Do you work for them?
Do you work for Bacardi?
Who do you work for?
Who does number 2 work for?
Hey, you show that to his boss. Yeah.
And on that note, folks, I think we jumped the shot an hour ago. But seriously, thank you for showing up, and who knows, this may lead to more co-op stuff in the future.
Yep.
See you on November.
To be continued. Till then, I've been Rainiac, they've been Fresno and Kuchiri, and no. What you? Sorry, I've been Rainiac.
I think Kuchiri.
You talked over each other again.
Oh my God.
Good night, America.
Just say goodnight.
I'm Kuchiri, and you knew that already.
Good night, Britain, America, and Canada. Bye for now.